the Lois Wright Show once again. I'm looking pale there because I'm a ghost. This is for October, Halloween. It's right around the whole month of October is you're thinking ghosts and spirits and Halloween. Also, there's also that Oktoberfest, but which is marvelous, but I'm really concentrating right now on Halloween. I like Halloween. I like Oktoberfest too, but it doesn't have all the props that are fun that Halloween has. Well, I'm still, if you'll notice the paintings here, 3 I did, you will notice that they are still on the Grey Gardens theme activities, which I hope you're not too tired of. The reason they're still on there is because it's as you have noticed in the New Yorker, every issue now has an opening. It's what do you call it? Prelude. A preview. It's being previewed at the was that the Carr Theater, the Kerr. Kerr. What's the first name?
Deborah.
No, not Deborah.
Walter.
What? Where'd you get Deborah from?
She's an actress.
Well, what about her?
Deborah Carr, she's a very famous
But I'm talking
actress.
about the name of the theater in New York City. It's Walter Kerr, right? Well, that's where it is for previews. And then for the musical, and then, of course, the film. So and people talk to me all about it all the time. So when I get people talk to me about a subject all the time, then I am inclined to bring the subject to my show. Now some people would say you're bringing the subject to your show too much, but I don't know. I get these fan letters too. And the Maisel studio, as you know, they're making this, the Beals of Grey Gardens, and it's 10 minutes longer than the original Maisel film, Grey Gardens. 10 minutes longer. And as everyone knows, I went to that a party there at Grey Gardens with Virginia Roth, Betty Fox, and Joyce Whitby. And then the Maisel studio wrote me a little letter. So I'm going to read a little fan mail. I asked if it was permissible, and they, since I'm the producer and the host, they say I can do anything I want to do, whether people like it or not. So I'm going to read this from Maisel's film studio. To Lois, the great artist. Now, the reason that they said the great artist is because on those signs I painted for the first film, Grey Gardens, I put on there Edith Bouvier Beale, the great dancer. That's little Edie. And big Edith Bouvier Beale, the great singer. And so this comes out a lot, the great. So to Lois, the great artist, it was a pleasure to meet you in person at Grey Gardens. You are still the vibrant individual that you were years ago. That sounds like a long time, years ago. We are enjoying your TV show, especially the Wild West theme. We hope you enjoy the Beals of Grey Gardens. They sent me the disc of it, the DV. It features your palm reading skills and art. Let's try to get together soon for wine. Love, Molly and Laura. And Molly and Laura are the ones that produced or made or whatever the new film. I don't know, and then I got this. I didn't know what this is. I get mail from all over. This says, Dear Lois Wright, I'm a big fan of yours at Grey Gardens. I just purchased your book. So you can see it's not just ego with me. It's a practical matter sometimes when I mention these fans. It's great reading and I couldn't put it down. Please find the first page of your book. Could I kindly get you to autograph it for me? Can't wait till the new movie comes out, The Beals at Grey Gardens. Happy Halloween. And so this is, I'm sure that the audience couldn't care less, but since it's my show, and I know that they don't care about whether I get fan mail or not, or compliments, I wouldn't care if somebody else, I wouldn't like if someone else on the television started saying that was giving the news or doing this and that, and then just said, I'm going to read some compliments that I received. No, I wouldn't like that. I'd turn that to another station. So I have to take a sip of this because that was a lot of talking.
Yeah.
And then I got so much of this that I'm going to read a reply even that I wrote. Nobody ever did that. They might read a fan mail letter that came to them, but no one reads their replies. So this is part of my reply to someone else in Maine, though. Part of it, but it has to do with the Beals. I mailed you my show, LTV video, to remind you that all is not what it used to be. These people that write to me think that I look the same as I look in the takeouts from the Beals. They think I look like that. And since that was 1970-something, I don't look like that. But they want to come and visit. I mailed you my show, LTV, to remind you that all is not what it used to be. The time illusion continues on, and Grey Gardens is still Grey Gardens, except for this new veil that now covers it. I guess everything is still here, covered with more layers, and some people can see through the layers and even insert themselves into the scene. Ghosts can also. In this time slot, Grey Gardens is in perfect condition with a swimming pool and tennis courts. It's quite strange when I go there now. My hair is not brown anymore. It's white, as you can see. And I live in a small place. So everyone should know that about visiting. I live in a small place. It is cluttered with paintings and such. You or I will have to make a phone call soon about your arrival this month. Lois. Now, they want to come. They think that they can come, and I've got some big house like Grey Gardens, only it's probably fixed up, and they know I don't care about cats in where I was living at Grey Gardens. They know that Edie kept the cats out of where I wanted to be, and they think I have some big, lovely home. They know I had a Carmen Gia there, and they think I run around in a sports car, and I have lovely brown hair. And that they can, and I look the same, and that they can visit. And then they tell all their friends, I'm visiting that person that was in the film. Well, anyway, I think I've probably bored everybody enough now. It's not like a commercial anyway. It's a little better than some commercials. It's hard to quit talking. I'm going to pick the pig farmer is coming here. She's on her way. And I just want to say one more thing about this Grey Gardens. I said to everybody that I wrote this My Life at Grey Gardens from log books I kept. Nobody's seen these log books. And so they don't think I have them, I guess, because I never showed them. I have all these letters from little Edie that were seen. And you don't go and get an expensive logbook at Grey Gardens because it would quickly get destroyed. This is 1975. This is, you can pick any day probably in here. So that's why the book is true. And this is 1976. That's the year before Big Edie died. And then you can just pick any date and read about Grey Gardens. And this is another date. What date is this? 1977. So that is when Big Edie died, and this tells all about what I had mentioned before, the funeral and everything. So it's obviously, I can well remember writing this sitting there. So that's what the book is from, and it's interesting because it has dialogue and everything. So this has never been seen by anybody. So sometimes I thought a person can pick a page at will and
Why don't you pick a
read
page and read it to us?
well, I don't know.
Oh, I think you ought to.
This is getting pretty much. I don't know.
Do it from the Green Book.
The Green Book,
Yeah.
the 1976 all beat up Green Book.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I don't know. I don't want. It's pretty dull on the whole. I don't know about the Green Book. Last 3 days at the Paris Theater. Pouring rain all day. Slept until 9 in a deep sleep this morning. Tired from last night's painting, I guess. Yeah, my ear bothered me. A little oil painting. An eye for Edie on a tin eye protector or shield that covered the eye after operation. She had a metal shield from a cataract operation, and I was staying there, and it was tin. And Edie didn't like anything just like anybody else. So she came into where I call a studio and said, "Lois, will you paint an eye on this tin?"
Oh.
But it didn't work out too well. That covered her after she had used it in the hospital. The eye painting came out very well yesterday. Oh, I brought in a silver baton for Edie. It was on sale. It's the kind you twirl. Big Edie looked at it today and twirled it in bed. She had more fun with that. What do you call those things?
The baton.
Baton, yeah. Well, she called Doris phoned this morning. So the car started, and it's just a very much so everyday sort of thing. There's drama in it. I got this idea to show these books here on the show because I didn't have a guest except my two important regulars. So I thought, it was this morning, and I didn't know what to do. And it came to me, why don't you take those log books, and now if I had thought of it sooner, then I would have picked out pages that I would think the audience would enjoy, would be amused at. And it's in here about Jacqueline, and it's in here about everybody. Painted past life portrait of someone.
A past life portrait?
Oh yes, I did a lot of past life portraits there, and also when the person was alive, and also I did a lot of painting of people Edie asked me to paint that were ghosts there. Now I did a picture, a long one of a ghost, and I took it to the car and I couldn't get it in. It's a long panel, and then I knew Jenna drove me today, and I knew she couldn't get it in. I can't bore people with this one. I don't know when the pages are not. It's just like reading. Edie's never dull when you're talking to her, but it's everyday activities until like any kind of life. All of a sudden, you get a page where something's interesting.
Yeah.
Then you go along for 50 pages and it's the same old thing, sort of. Then something dramatic comes up. So it's both. And then some humor comes up. But So anyway, maybe if anyone's interested, I will sometime pick out certain pages. You know, I enjoy reading it. I could sit here right now and read it. You see.
I've always enjoyed
So.
hearing
Me
it.
too, me too.
It's,
I find it a fascinating
Right.
Yeah.
subject. Well, they were fascinating ladies, those two. Yeah,
Those-
to me,
those
anyway.
three.
February.
Well, those three, including Lois, yes.
February 8th, 1977, funeral. Doris picked me up at 10:15 and we arrived at Grey Gardens. I was living at Grey Gardens, then I wouldn't be living at Grey Gardens. This is a little bit after I left Grey Gardens, after the 13 months. Right at Grey Gardens. They wouldn't let David and Allie in. Well, that's the Maisels. She had moods but on the front porch. But Edie wouldn't. She got into our car and we drove to the church. Shortly, all the Bouviers arrived. Jacqueline, Onassis, and Lee also. I walked to the church door with Jacqueline. Reporters busy taking photos. Doris and I sat down. It was a beautiful service. That's the Catholic church. Big Edie's voice singing on the record. It was lovely. Her voice filled the whole church, singing "When We Are Together Again." And the priest and little Edie and Bouvier, her brother, arranged the whole thing. And do you know that this Jerry he said he arranged the funeral.
Oh, my.
That is the way he talks. He arranged the funeral. He wasn't even around then. He was nowhere around. So anyway, they decided on this. They had the old record player and everything in the church, "When We Are Together Again." What really thrilling on the record. Then Doris, Edie, Phelan, and that's Edie's brother Phelan, and I followed the hearse to the Most Holy Trinity Cemetery. More photographers. Doris and Jacqueline talked together quite a while. Big Edie buried where she wanted to be buried. And that was in the Bouvier plot in the Catholic cemetery here in East Hampton. And for some reason, Edie didn't want to be buried there, and you never know what Edie Beale is going to say or do. She said, little Edie, she said that to a relative, that she would be cremated and that she wanted her ashes scattered in the Everglades.
Oh.
I can't imagine anything worse than having your ashes scattered in the Everglades. Now, I don't want to, offend the people that may live there or something, but those Everglades are full of things you don't want to see. They're full of snakes.
And crocodiles.
And all that.
Alligators.
And all things. I always worry about, I'm always disturbed when I hear about the Everglades, because you remember when they would write stories about slavery, and some slave couldn't take it anymore. It was being mistreated and all, and they didn't care if they escaped. You'd see movies where the black would, with the dogs after the person, horrible, would run into the Everglades, and they knew that they'd never come out of the Everglades.
Oh, wow.
But they were so mistreated, and it was so awful, they took the chance. They'd run into the Everglades. That's my view of the Everglades. For anybody that want their ashes scattered in the Everglades, and she has nothing to do with the Everglades, besides everything else.
Yeah.
Well, anyway.
That was before she moved to Florida.
No, that's why she always liked. You never know. She always liked the Everglades. She never mentioned the Everglades. She just got this. It's something to say or something.
Oh, I see.
I guess.
Yeah.
Well, is that what happened, Lois, when she died?
I don't know. I haven't been able to get the information. They're very closed-mouthed about it. Probably because they didn't scatter them in the Everglades. And well, what brought that on? Well, Doris and
Interesting
Jacqueline
times.
talked quite a while. Big Edie buried, where she wanted to be buried. We drove to John Duck's private dining room. Jacqueline and Lee arrived. No photographers in. A long, long luncheon. We drove Edie home. Very sad without Big Edie, but we feel her spirit here very strongly. So that goes on and on. So it covers that completely from the time that you were reading, pardon me a minute, that you were reading, Joyce, about the episode in the preparation room. So you can see it has some drama in it.
And some humor.
Oh, always humor. There's always humor and drama and all with Edie, and then it does get a little quiet at times. Well, hello, I haven't even said hello to you.
Hi, Joyce.
Uh-oh, this is mine, isn't it?
Yes, it is. Down the hatch.
So it's still,
I want to know
yes.
about these past life portraits and how you accessed them. I mean, how you got in touch with them.
Well, I
paint
think that everybody always has auras around them. They have their auras. Some auras reach way back. You know, they'll go, these auras. Some just have little auras around them. And it's not the way the person looks now.
Yeah.
But sometimes you be thinking about the person or seeing the person, and you get an image from the aura, the vibrational auras around the person. What you get convinced that that's what they looked like, who they were, what they were like. And then the next test is the canvas. When you go to paint it, the canvas will either accept it as you're doing it, or the canvas, the paint, you get very interested and excited about it. You get, you like what you're doing, and then I think it's the reality that that's what the person was, one of the identities in a past life, because I think you carry that with you all the time, but you don't pay any attention to it, and it's just there with you. And so some people can tap into that, and then, as I said in that letter I read, some people can see the past.
Yeah.
So that was
Well, and you're one of those people.
well, I think so. Edie thought so, Big Edie thought so, but you can see that everybody was busy at Grey Gardens doing their own thing there.
Yes.
Edie liked to write letters, and her mother didn't like it when she wrote letters, because that did take a lot of time. And Edie would get very enthusiastic, as she was very intense about politics. Politics was her interest, great interest in politics.
So would she write to politicians?
Yes, and
with advice and
yes, and she also someone always picked her up to go and vote. And, she worked for McGovern, Eugene McGovern. Then we were all very enthusiastic there about Carter.
Yeah. Well, we were.
And so, particularly Big Edie. So they were very, it had nothing to do with Kennedy. They were just Democrats, and they believed in that system. And it had nothing to do with the fact that he was the president
Yeah.
one time.
I mean, they would have been interested.
It had nothing
no matter
to do
what.
with him.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. So, of course, they were very pleased about it. And Edie went to his inauguration, of course, wanted me to go with her. She had to go alone, but my mother wasn't well, and I stayed home. But she was very political, very political. Now I've talked enough. I'm all worn out from it. See how I've wilted now?
Well, I don't
A
know.
wilted witch.
Oh yeah, that's right. I wanted to say this. I'm dressed like this because this is Egyptian but wicked. You know.
Yes.
The witches all wear this.
Yeah, the Ankh.
The good witches.
Yeah, well.
Yeah, but that's a good. It's for both. They've adopted it. The wicked religion. It's a nice religion. It's nicer than. They love the earth, the vegetables, and all that sort of thing. Mother Earth. That's their religion.
Well, we're all part of.
I mean, they really worship Mother Earth.
Yeah.
And whereas this religion doesn't. See, I've got my witch aspect is coming out. See,
my goodness.
See, that's coming out.
Well,
Yes, that's what I am.
Scary.
That is unusual, is it not?
Yeah, I look like I have bangs there. Did you notice that? Like I
Yes.
did in the film?
Oh, yes, you did have bangs.
Yeah, did you notice that my
Maybe you
image
can get
had
it back.
My image had bangs.
Can you-
It looked
Yes,
like the
it did.
past at Grey Gardens.
Can you get it back?
I bet
That
not.
image?
See, yeah, there
Well,
it is.
there we go.
Now, don't I look like I have
Oh, yeah.
bangs? Don't I
Yeah.
look like and my hair's shorter?
Well, you also
Notice the hair's shorter?
look like you have glasses on.
Really?
Well,
I never wore glasses.
I mean, this may be a past life.
Oh, well,
person.
that could be. It's part
You know?
of that film. Well, I don't look like myself.
No.
Oh, all right. Thank you. Well, now I've turned
Look
into
at how
something
everything is
else.
different colors. Everything that was orange
Yes.
is that sort of pretty blue.
Yeah, it's very
Well, I'm
interesting.
dumbfounded looking at this. This will shut me up, I must say.
I like
Well, there you are,
Yeah,
There-
Lady Rancher.
and there you are.
I like it.
Oh, yeah,
Except
it's
for the
great.
lips.
And look at the faces
That's
on your paintings. They're all black.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I want to thank Betty D. Fox. He just gave me the 1 minute for directing. He did a great show for Halloween. And I want to thank Joyce Whitby for appearing and doing filming. She did filming. And I want to thank Joyce Whitby for appearing and her help. And I want to thank LTV and say hello to France, dear France, and
Brendan.
Brandon, yes, Brandon McHugh, right?
Close.
McKenna. Is it? No, that's you, Patsy.
We get names mixed up here.
Anyway, he's Irish.
Yes,
How do you know it's not Scotch?
he's Irish.
Well, if it's he's got an MC or MAC.
MC.